Hello, my wonderful friends. It's time once more for another story. Let's get right into this one. I'm excited. From Reddit user Hero3239, this is Tyler's Tenacious Tender Tale, another Neckbeard fanfiction. Oh boy. Greetings, glorious leader Moonhorse and the esteemed priests and followers of the Moon Cult. I love you guys. I have returned with another humble offering of Neckbeard fanfiction. In all seriousness, I'm glad to have everyone enjoy my writing from the previous fanfiction and give everyone something to laugh at. I loved it. I think it was great. I was inspired by all of your kind words to write another one, and I hope you'll enjoy this just as much, if not more, than the first one. Blessings be to all in the Moon Cult. Yes, blessings be to all. Tyler was not your average neckbeard. He showered regularly and was very neatly trimmed. His face as smooth as a baby's bottom, and he was acne-free. He had a very intense facial care system that he stuck to religiously. Tyler was also fairly good-looking. A jaw that looked like it was chiseled out of marble, abs that could act as a washboard. The works. However, as we all know, it's not about the fedora on the outside, but the Fed aura on the inside. He was into a lot of nerdy stuff, mostly video games, anime. He'd even gone to Japan a couple times and only made an ass out of himself a few times trying to pick up Japanese girls while there. Surprisingly, trying to treat actual people like a visual novel, love choice type game, is not really the best way to hook up with somebody. Tyler would not learn this lesson, however. His hobbies also included drawing art. Well, drawing's a strong word. More like tracing his anime waifu and himself together. It always followed a pattern where he would look incredibly strong and his waifu was fawning all over him. He would never understand all the hate he would get when he posted these said masterpieces to the internet. Perhaps they were just jealous of his superior skill in the artistic ways. Tyler's parents came from a wealthy background, and, as such, Tyler never had to actually work for anything. His mother coddled him to the ends of the earth, and he could do no wrong. He was given anything he wanted. Limited edition DVD anime box set? Got it. High-tech computer? Yeah. A trip to Japan, only allowed on the family's jet. The only thing he wasn't given was a girlfriend. He was reaching the age where he wanted an actual companion in life. He had a couple of gaming friends, including a girl who was interested in him, but to Tyler, she was a 5 out of 10, and he only deserved the finest things in life. There was a time where his family went to a restaurant, and their waitress was a girl around his age. 9 out of 10 in his eyes. His mother pulled her aside after their meal and proposed her to be Tyler's girlfriend. Perks included being paid, never having to work again, having a genuine guy to care for her. They even tried to bribe her with a $100 tip. She rejected the offer and, as such, was not given a tip for her service. That would show her for rejecting such a good man. While browsing the App Store on his latest iPhone, Tyler came across a wonderful app called Tinder. He'd never heard of the love-matching app before, and as he read the description, he became very interested. This was exactly what he needed. He downloaded it, and even bought Tinder Gold as to guarantee the match he wanted. He was fortunate to live near a college town, so there were a lot of college girls that were near his age around him. He set the radius to the largest it could be, and started swiping. His first set of matches were uneventful. Some would just try to promote their Instagram. He would follow them and leave comments that would make one think that this boy hadn't had a drink of water in decades. Some would just be robots wanting his credit card information for a private show. He only fell for that 3 times. He would, however, make some genuine matches. They would talk for a bit, but after being asked for nudes, they would either yell at him or simply vanish. He would always lash back and say that he deserved them because he was such a nice guy, and they wouldn't find anyone else to take care of them like he could. He started to become more bitter after being rejected over and over again. How could these women reject him like that? He was such a good man. They were just too blind to see it. That had to be it. There was no other explanation at all. It couldn't possibly be in his sexist attitude or how he believes that he deserved whatever he asked for. No, that couldn't be it. His bio would change to reflect his feelings with a rant about how he was such a good and wonderful man and how all these girls on here were just sluts looking for a bad boy. He would make one more match that might change his views. He matched with a girl named Stephanie, who, in his eyes, was a goddess walking on Earth. She had creamy chocolate hair that put Marshmallow Fluff to shame with how fluffy her hair was. Her sapphire eyes twinkled in the pictures she had posted of herself. She was average height, slightly curvy. She was also going to college to become a veterinarian because of her love of animals. But that didn't matter to Tyler. She was hot. That's all he cared about. Tyler knew that he just had to have this beauty all for himself. They started to talk, had similar interests. Apparently, she too was also interested in the anime, but she was into just mainstream stuff. Tyler would overlook this transgression, for now. When they were married, he would show her all the indie titles that he loved. Their first date was at a generic coffee shop. The two met up and grabbed their orders before sitting at a table and starting to talk. It turned into a one-sided conversation as Tyler talked about all of the animes he liked, games he was into, even a story about how he pub-stomped a kid by the name of Gamer24 in a game of Call of Duty Modern Warfare. He'd gone on a 10-kill streak against Gamer24 and had to show his superiority by teabagging every time. Surely, his elite gaming skills would impress her to no end. She, for the most part, was unimpressed, and was just kind of waiting for this date to end. They soon said their goodbyes and left. Tyler was satisfied in knowing that the date was successful, in his eyes anyway. They continued to talk on Tinder, and soon she became more and more distant. She would take longer to respond to his texts. It would take days before he got a response. Perhaps she was just busy. He would try to spice up the conversation by talking about his favorite hentai to go in very detail, and Stephanie would ignore this and not respond. A couple days later, he would receive the dreaded text. She explained how she wasn't really feeling a spark and believed that they should probably talk to other people. Tyler became enraged. How could she lead him on like this? Was she not impressed by his gaming skills? Did she not see that he was the perfect guy? If she dated him, she wouldn't have to worry about going to college and she'd be set for life. He let her know his true feelings. He left a block paragraph about how he was such a nice guy, and how he couldn't believe that she would lead him on like that. He shouldn't have been surprised that she was just like all the other females, and that she was just using him for money, ignoring the fact that he would pay even if she tried to pay for herself. Stephanie's response to this nice guy rant was just to block him. But unfortunately for her, this was not the end of it. For you see, Tyler became obsessed with her. He would make her see how much of a nice guy he was. He stalked her Twitter, Instagram, any social media that she had. If she started dating someone, he would harass them until they broke up with her. If she went anywhere, he would follow. He even hid by her house to pop out and confront her about dating him. He became so desperate that he broke into her home and confronted her there. Stephanie had come home to see that Tyler had been sitting on her couch waiting for her to return. She was reasonably upset and screamed at him to get out. They got into a yelling match, and then he tried to grab her in a fit of rage. She, however, was trained in the art of judo. So as soon as he did reach out for her, she flipped him onto the ground and held him down until the police could respond to her 911 call. After the police arrived, Tyler would find himself in actual trouble for the first time in his life. He was hauled down to the station and processed into the system. His one phone call to his mother, and he told her about how that horrible bitch had the cops arrest him all over a misunderstanding. His mother was furious and called the family lawyer to bail him out. While he was waiting for his trial to start, he would wait in a holding cell with a man named Jason. The two talked and found out how they were both in this situation because they were sent here because of women. Women who just don't like nice guys. Funny how small the world truly is. Oh, that was so good. That was so good. Holy shit, dude. I loved it. That was so fucking good. I love how these all, like, build into something, and then they're weirdly connected. I wasn't expecting them to be connected right at the end. That was pretty good. But I love how it's, like, this narrative building. It's this whole, like, I don't know. It feels like a true crime drama, you know, like those, like the first 48 or something like that, where it's less about, you know, all these people talking and more about like the events that happened. And I fucking love it. That was amazing. Thank you so much for sending this in. Holy shit. I love when you guys write stories. They're so good. If you have anything you'd like to send me, send it to r/Moonhorse Stories. I check it every day, so I will see it. And if you'd like to help support this channel, there is a merch shop that I own, description, and a lot more things are in the, I think it's actually called the description. A little drop-down thingy? I don't know what it's called. I don't understand YouTube, dude. I just work here. That being said, do the like, comment, subscribe thing. I don't even know if I'm supposed to say that anymore. Does it matter? I don't think it matters. Either way, I love you all. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye!